Welcome to IST611. This is week 6 of the class, and we're going to focus on social networking. But before we do, I would like to congratulate you. You're bloggers. I think it's important that you experience blogging, that you understand what it's like. Think about trying to do posts every week. It isn't easy, and many people have stopped blogging that have started, but it is a very interesting way to communicate. It, in very many ways, is the quintessential Web 2.0. Wikis and blogs are the two that you hear about. And very often people confuse the two. They don't really know the difference. And so now that you are using a wiki for your different Web 2.0 assignments and you have blogged, it's very clear in your mind. And so blogging is really somebody's voice, an individual voice. People comment on your postings, but it's really your thread of information and you kind of control it, and it's a conversation with you as an individual. Whereas a wiki is very flat. Once the wiki owner sets it up, I set it up, you set up pages, you add to it, you edit it, so it's much more collaborative in that way. They have different purposes. One is not better than the other. I use both a lot, but I wanted you to have an experience of both, and I think that's very good. You can understand, and the discussions are very good about it. You're really getting some in-depth understanding of both of those technologies and how we can use it to support not only our students' learning, but our own learning. And I hope you've taken advantage and looked at Joyce Valenza's The Never Ending blog, and Doug Johnson's The Blue Skunk, and Chris Harris's Infamousy. There's quite a few very good blogs in our field, and that's where a lot of the very innovative discussion is going on, are on those blogs. So today, this week, we're going to be doing social networking. Most of you have joined Facebook. If you haven't, jump in there and join Facebook. And one of the first things I want you to do in Facebook is look at your privacy settings. Now, you need this not only for yourself as a professional, but also your students need to know how to do it. As a professional, there have been situations where teachers have been fired. They have put inappropriate photographs, drinking, whatever, on their Facebook, and they didn't set their Facebook correctly, and so people saw it, and they were actually let go. It happened in a school in Maryland 2 years ago. So I want you to look very carefully at the Facebook settings and understand the level of privacy. It is controversial how Facebook keeps changing their privacy settings. They were updated December 2009. That was the last one, just 2 months ago. And on our listing, I have listed one, and it's called Privacy Settings, and it's connectsafety.org. And it's a video, it's a YouTube video. And this is a private nonprofit organization that supports parents and teachers and everyone to understand all the privacy settings so that you can be in Facebook and enjoy yourself and make contact with people and friends and classmates and whoever. But do it in a very private way so you have choices. So be sure to go through that YouTube. And as he is explaining it, you might have your own Facebook open and follow through and get into the nitty-gritty of what can be locked down. You don't want to leave it open to everybody, because that means it's actually literally open to the whole world, not just to Facebook owners. And so most of the time you're going to want to have it as friends only, and you choose your friends. If you don't know someone and they ask to be your friend, you say no. So be careful on that and go in and understand that. Have a good depth of knowledge in that. And also, teach a librarian name. Spend some time to explore that. It is a phenomenal resource for school librarians. These are our peers. We're all sharing ideas, and it's a wonderful place to be part of. Some of the resources I have put up. Pew just announced, February 3rd, a new research on social media. In fact, it's interesting, because as you read it, you'll see that teens are not blogging as much as they used to. It's on the decrease. So, but that's one thing from last week. I only really require you to read pages 17 to 20 of this report. I think it's about a 37-page report. I just want you to look at the social networking part of it. I've given you the whole thing because I think eventually you will want to go back and read it. It has things about Twitter and blogging, and it's an interesting report. But for right now, I want you to see the latest research on teens and with social networking, especially the aspect of Facebook. And so that's page 17 through 20. I also have put up links to a journal called Leading and Learning with Technology, and that is ISTE's, the International Society for Technology and Education. It's their professional journal. It's online and it's free. So I linked to it, and I think you should definitely know about that and read some of the other articles. It's a wonderful magazine. But the one we're reading is about Facebook. Can Facebook replace face-to-face? And there are two different opinions, and then they have another, a month later in their next edition, I gave a link, and it's counterpoint. Mix that one up. And it's two students reacting to the first article. They're all very short, but I think it will give you good food for thought about Facebook and about any of the social networking, because the two we're looking at are very different. Facebook is much more of a social, and the Ning is much more private, and it's targeted to one profession, so that they can be used in different ways. And Nings are being used in schools a lot. And you'll notice that it has no advertising on it. Now, Joyce has permission to have taken that out. Normally, there is advertising if a group of adults are using it. But you have to be 13 to be on Ning. And from 13 up, you can be on Ning. And if it's students, 13 to 17, they will take off the advertising for no charge. You just have to request that. For assignments, you submit your first progress report on your technology, your collaborative technology report. I would like you to do two things with it. One, you're going to post it to a forum discussion so all of you can look and see what everybody else is doing and learn and share, because we're a learning community. And the other thing is one team member should post it on the forum. So it'll only be one copy. But in the assignment box, each one of you put it in the assignment box. Now, many of you are not collaborating with people in the class, so it doesn't that doesn't really pertain to you. But if there's 3 of you in the class, post one to the forum discussion, and then each one of you would put the same copy of the progress report, but in each of your own assignment boxes, because then it trips the assignment box and I can give you a grade for it. All right, well, also on February 23rd at 4 o'clock, I am going to be online at Skype. I would like you, if you want to join me on Skype on February 23rd at 4 o'clock, we're going to be discussing the website evaluation project. If you have any last-minute questions, it's not due till the week after, so you have time. But we could have a discussion about it. So it won't be one-to-one, so we won't be on camera, because when we're in a group, you don't use cameras, you just use voice. But I need to know ahead of time that you want to join me. So I have to be able to, I'll start the call, it'll be a conference call. And if you want to join me, email me and say, please, I want to join on February 23rd at 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And then I will put the call together, and what I do is drag and drop all the names of the people from my contacts list into a box that will be a conference call, and then Skype automatically calls everybody at the same time, and we'll all be able to hear each other. So be sure to call me, email me if you want to, and I will join. If you do it at the last minute and you hadn't, that's okay. Then call me and I will bring you into the call after it started, and that's okay too. So I hope you have a very good week. I am available. You know, Wednesdays is my time to be online, and we'll also be doing Skype. So email me, talk to me. I hope you're having a good experience. I think you're experiencing a lot of tools. You seem to be, all of you seem to be doing very well. And I am enjoying listening to you and preparing these lessons for you. So have a good week. Bye.